Babylon, the cradle of civilization, a city where gold flowed like water and where temples pierced the heavens. 6,000 years ago, it was the wealthiest city on earth, a place where men knew the secrets of money. But in the shadow of these golden walls lived those who had nothing. This is Bansir, the chariot builder. He is a master of his craft. From sunrise to sunset, his hammer rings, and yet his purse is empty. He sits paralyzed by a question that haunts hard-working men across the centuries. Why do some men bask in the sun of wealth, while others toil in the shadows? His friend approaches, Kobi, the musician, a man with a beautiful song in his heart, but an empty stomach. Kobi asks to borrow 2 measly shekels. Bansir laughs a bitter laugh. "If I had 2 shekels," he declares, "I would not lend them, for they would be my entire fortune." 2 friends, both skilled, both hard-working, both broke. They realized that working hard was not the same as building wealth. They needed a teacher. They decided to seek out the one man who knew the answer. His name was Arkad. He was known across the ancient world simply as the richest man in Babylon. Arkad was not born rich. He was once a humble scribe, carving clay tablets for pennies. But he had discovered something the others had not. Bansir and Kobi stood before him and asked the hard question. "Arkad, we have worked as hard as you. Why has fate singled you out to enjoy all the good things of life and ignored us?" Arkad smiled. He told them that for years he too had labored for nothing. He earned money and immediately gave it away to the landlord, the sandal maker, the food merchant. Until one day, a wealthy moneylender told him the secret that changed his life, the secret that built Babylon itself. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Bansir was confused. "But Arkad," he said, "is not all that I earn mine to keep?" "Far from it," Arkad replied. "Do you not pay the garment maker? Do you not pay for your sandals? You pay everyone but yourself. You labor for others. You are a slave to your expenses." The lesson was simple, yet agonizingly hard. Before you pay the world, you must pay yourself. No matter how little you earn, 1/10 must be set aside. It is not to be touched. It is not to be spent. It is the seed from which your forest of wealth will grow. It sounded too simple to be true, but as the sun set over the mighty walls of Babylon, Bansir the chariot builder realized he had been paying the master, but starving the slave himself. Babylon has fallen to dust. Its hanging gardens have vanished, but its wisdom remains untouched by time. Today, we live in a new Babylon. We have more debt, more distractions, and more desires than Bansir ever dreamed of. We work harder than ever, yet our purses remain lean. The laws of gold do not change. If you desire the wealth of the ancients, you must first learn their discipline. Pay yourself first, for a part of all you earn is yours to keep. Bansir learned the first rule of wealth: pay yourself first. He saved his gold. He thought he was finally rich. He was wrong. In the ancient world, a fool and his gold are soon parted. Bansir wasn't just unlucky. He was robbed by his own ignorance. Now, broke and ashamed, he has to face the only man who can fix it. he has to return to the richest man in Babylon. A year passed. The seasons turned over the walls of Babylon. Bansir and Kobi returned to the Hall of Learning. Arkad looked at his students. "My friends," he asked, "have you kept the rule? Have you paid yourselves the 10%? Bansir nodded. "I did, Arkad. It was hard, but I hid the copper and silver in a pot beneath my bed. The mound grew heavy." "Excellent," Arkad beamed. "And what have you done with this treasure?" Bansir's eyes lit up. "I gave it to Asmur, the brickmaker. He was traveling to the distant seas of Phoenicia. He said he would buy rare jewels from the Phoenicians cheaply, and we would sell them here for a fortune. We would split the profits." The room fell silent. Arkad sighed, the heavy sigh of a teacher who has seen this mistake 1,000 times. "You have given your hard-earned gold to a brickmaker to buy jewels?" Arkad asked softly. "Would you go to the baker to ask about the stars?" "No, you would go to the astronomer." "Your wealth is gone, Bansir. The Phoenicians are sharp traders. They will sell your brickmaker bits of colored glass. You have learned the second lesson the hard way. Advice is free, but be careful that you take only what is worth having." Bansir had to start over. He cursed his stupidity, but he did not stop. He saved his 10th again, and this time, when he had a purse of gold, he did not trust a brickmaker. He went to Agar, the shield maker. Agar needed bronze to make weapons for the king's guard, but lacked the funds to buy the metal. Bansir lent him the gold. Agar paid him back with interest. This was the moment the magic happened. Arkad called it making thy gold multiply. A man's wealth is not in the coins he carries in his purse, Arkad taught. It is the income he builds, the golden stream that flows continually into his purse and keeps it always bulging. Every copper you save is a slave to work for you. Every copper it earns is its child that also earns for you. If you would become wealthy, then what you save must earn, and its children must earn. That all may help to give you the abundance you crave. But gaining gold is only half the battle. Keeping it is the war. Guard thy treasures from loss, Arkad warned. Gold slips away from the man who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar. The modern world calls it risk management. Babylon called it common sense. Do not be intrigued by romantic investment schemes that promise eager wealth. They are the sirens singing you to the rocks of financial ruin. Years later, Bansir was no longer just a chariot builder. He was a man of means. He walked with his head held high, not because he was arrogant, but because he was free. He realized that debt makes a man a slave, but discipline makes a man a king. The wisdom of Arkad is not magic, it is a law, just like the law of gravity. It works for the brickmaker, it works for the king, and it will work for you. Babylon is dust, but its secrets are alive. The question is not whether these laws work. The question is, do you have the discipline to follow them? Your journey to Babylon begins with the first copper in your purse. Keep it. Wealth is not just about the coins in your purse. It is about the peace in your heart. Bansir had learned to save. He had learned to invest. But Arkad had one more lesson, a lesson that separates the truly wealthy from the merely rich. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment, Arkad said. No man can truly enjoy his life if he leaves his earnings in the hands of a landlord. Bansir stopped paying the landlord. He bought his own house. His payments became equity. The roof over his head was no longer a debt. It was a fortress. In the tea shops of Babylon, men whispered that Bansir was simply lucky, that the gods favored him. "You were lucky to find the shield maker," Kobe said. "Luck is a goddess who visits only those she chooses." With firm, unshakable confidence, Bansir smiled the smile of a man who knows the truth. He repeated the words of Arkad. "Luck," Arkad taught, "is not a random act of the gods. Luck is a cruel mistress to the lazy, but a loving sister to the industrious. Men of action are favored by the goddess of good luck." Bansir realized that every time he procrastinated, he was closing the door on the goddess. But every time he acted, when he saved that first copper, when he trusted the shield maker, he was inviting her in. The final lesson was the hardest. It was the lesson of mortality. "Ensure a future income," Arkad commanded. "For the day will come when your muscles cannot lift the hammer and your eyes cannot guide the chisel." Bansir did not eat all his harvest. He planted trees that would bear fruit when his beard was grey. He bought lands. He lent gold. He built a wall of wealth so high that neither sickness nor age nor death could breach it. Babylon fell. Its walls crumbled. Its temples turned to dust. The civilization that ruled the world was buried under the sands of Iraq. But in the 1930s, archaeologists found something. Not gold, not jewels, but clay tablets, written by a man named Bansir. They translated the tablets, and they found that the laws of money had not changed in 6,000 years. The same rules that made a chariot builder rich in Babylon are the same rules that create millionaires today. Arkad is gone. Bansir is gone. The gold is gone. But the wisdom is now in your hands. You have the map. You know the rules. Pay yourself first. Control your expenses. Make your gold multiply. Guard your treasures. Make of your dwelling an investment. Ensure a future income. Increase your ability to earn. You are the architect of your own Babylon. The walls you build today will protect you tomorrow. The sun is rising. The market is open. What will you do with your first copper?